Yeah, I mean, just the petrol thing, right? I mean, I bang on about it all the time because I just think it is a multifaceted tax that people pay, and obviously the more you travel, the more fuel, the more you pay. But I mean, literally, the person living in their car pays this tax, all right, all the way through to the person who's using it for commercial reasons. James, why are they so pig-headed in not making this decision? Because to me, the politics is pretty obvious, right? Where you can say to the widest number of people, here is the win. Is it because if they've got a $10, $15 billion surplus that they need the fuel taxes to get to a surplus, and that's why they're not doing it? Because to me, it seems absolutely politically stupid not to deliver something that everyone would benefit from.
Well, if they did discount it the way that Scott Morrison and the Coalition did those years ago, they would effectively lose about $12 billion a year if they took 22 cents off a litre. So it's about $1 billion a month that they'll sacrifice. Now, the problem is, though, these governments have a spending issue. They don't have a revenue collection issue because, on average, across this country, all governments collectively collect $2 billion worth of taxes every single day. 365 days a year, $2 billion a single day. Now, where's that money going? Well, it's been sent overseas. Look at Ukraine. We've given $960 million to Ukraine. We've given millions of dollars towards this new scheme. They're paying super for those people within the public service who take time off to go and have kids. You know, there's another $600 million. Everything we do, everything we hand money over to PNG, we want to go and build them new stadiums over there for their football teams. And it's just, the money isn't being spent correctly. So we don't have a revenue problem in this country. We've got a spending problem. And if we get that spending pared back, we can actually cut the taxes that we are charging every single person in this country. And, you know, the cost of living matter. If you have a look at the way that food prices are going, I was talking to JBS Meats here at Beef Week last week. Do you know meat prices? They say the supermarket meat prices are so high, yet the cattle prices come down. The problem is JBS in one of their abattoirs is paying $80,000 a day for power and water.
Wow.
That's where all these costs are coming from, Paul. It's extraordinary. The governments are just squeezing the life out of businesses who then pass that on to the end consumer. We're all paying for it. So your little piddly little tax break you claim you're going to give us is going to go nowhere.
Yeah, it's a very, very good point. Now, Nicolle, this new form of polling, which doesn't necessarily say how would you vote at the next election, instead it sort of tries to get inside the head of people about has your attitude changed on the government, is there a sense of buyer's remorse, where is it going? It claims that about 27% of Labor voters who voted for them at the last election wouldn't vote at the next. Now, that vote has been replaced by some others, so essentially the primary is just a little lower than where it was now, but that's a big churn in a first-term government. Obviously, as a person who would like to see some of that to be true, for you to be returned to the parliament, but more importantly, a bad government to get rolled over. Do you get any sense of that? Not necessarily buyer's remorse, but they've had their chance, and we don't care if it's 3 years. There is a percentage of people that are willing to go back.
Look, Paul, as we always say, the only poll that actually matters is the one on election day, whenever that may be. Let's assume March 2025. But what is not changing is that Labor's primary vote is disastrously bad. So I think the key message here, regardless of how the numbers might move around from poll to poll, is that a vote for the Greens is a vote for Labor, and really sort of vice versa. So I really encourage viewers, if they have any family members, because I know none of our viewers would ever flirt with voting Labor, let alone the Greens. But if they have family members who might be thinking about that... There's a few who hate watch. It all counts in the ratings, I don't care. But sure. Okay. Well, but I'm sure that's probably a small number. They're just keeping an eye on what they think we're up to. The critical thing when it comes to Labor's vote being so disastrously low, and the fact that they keep falling over the line and forming government, and we just saw it here in South Australia with the Dunstan by-election, is that a vote for the Greens is a vote for Labor. So people need to be very careful about where their, not our wonderful viewers, but friends and family who might be flirting with doing that, are putting their vote, and please persuade them not to.